Yo, what is up? So today I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks for this really popular game called Fish It. And yeah, this game has like 140,000 players. And I must admit, it is pretty fun. It's basically like Fish, but like kind of a simpler version of Fish, if you know what I mean. Definitely make sure to leave a like and you subscribe, and let's begin. So the mechanic in this game is really good. One really awesome thing about this game in comparison to Fish that I've noticed is anybody can just AFK. I mean, you could technically AFK in Fish, but you needed like a macro, and obviously not many people have access to macros. But in this game, everybody can AFK, which is a really, really good thing in my opinion. The way you auto fish is there is a little auto button on the left side of the screen, and it is completely free, by the way. You don't need to pay for a game pass to auto fish or anything like that, so it's very free to play friendly. And the mechanic in this game is pretty simple. It has one of these bars, and basically, obviously, you want to get it right at the top for max luck. So let's see if we can hit it. There we go. So we've got a perfect score. And then basically, you just wait for a fish to go on your hook. And then you literally just click. Obviously, if you're manually doing it. But auto is obviously pretty good. So you can just go AFK for long periods of time. Now, on the spawn island, because there are multiple islands on this game, there is a shop called Joe's Rods. And basically, this is where you can buy basically all of your rods that you're going to need. So, which by the way, you could basically buy every single rod in this shop. Of course, I recommend you work your way up these rods all the way until you get to the astral rod, which is this one right here. This one actually costs $1 million, so it's very expensive. But this one is the best inside of Joe's shop. Now I'm going to show you where there are some better rods so you can progress further. Inside this game, there are these things called boppers, which basically are the little things you can attach on the end of your rod. And as you can see, the starter one gives 0% luck. This top water bait gives 8% luck. And basically, as you progress through the game, you get better bobbers, which I feel like that's such a weird name. But yeah, they basically just go up in stats. So it's always good to go to this bobbers shop right here. Talk to this NPC, go inside the shop, and constantly be upgrading this as well. As you can see, I've progressed decently far. There's still some I need to buy myself, actually. I'm saving up for this, actually, this 1.5 or 1.15 M1. I could buy this dark matter one, but I've decided to skip this and just save up for the next one. But yeah, definitely be upgrading your rods, definitely be upgrading your bobbers. Skin crates, basically skins in this game. It doesn't actually give you any sort of like advantage or anything. It's literally just for cosmetics. So it's just your skin, which is basically like the texture of your rod. So it's basically just to look cool. Obviously, we've got the merchant here where you can sell. This boosts everybody in the server. I don't even know how long for. I've never actually bought it, but 99 Robux to boost the server. I'm assuming it's like 1 hour or maybe 20 minutes or something. I have no idea. The scientist, this is where you can buy potions. So that's pretty cool. There is a shop here called Weasel's Utilities. So when you go in here, this is actually pretty cool. So you can get a fishing radar, which I highly recommend you get. And also diving gear, which if you're beginning, you don't need to worry about this too early on because it's pretty expensive. But later on, it's definitely good to get. It costs $75,000, as you can see. And the fishing radar only costs 3K. I recommend maybe trying to get that as soon as you possibly can because it is actually pretty useful. Which, by the way, the way you get to your inventory is you need to click on the hotbar down here. It says items. So click on your items. And obviously, you'll have your fish inventory. You'll have your rods right here. You'll have your items and then some potions. And then the way you access the boppers is it's like a different thing right here. But yeah, click the boppers with the white rectangle, and that's how you access your boppers. Obviously, there is a shop with tons of game passes if you're interested in buying game passes, which I have actually bought a few myself. Which, by the way, if you are going to be buying a game pass with Robux, please do consider using star code VIEW. When purchasing your Robux. Thank you to anybody that uses my code. Appreciate you. You're an absolute legend. Oh yeah, by the way, while I'm here, just in case I forget, basically the fishing radar, the way it works is you can turn it on and you can turn it off. And essentially it will give you an outline like all over the map with different fish in this specific area. So as you can see, this area right here, the herring fish, it has like a little box, and that's with it turned off, by the way. But I always have it I always have it on because yeah, it's always useful to see this stuff. Because like even right over there, there's an admin event. I believe they're doing an admin event because like one of the admins' his birthday or something. You can see there's like a box around that as well. Just really, really useful to have on. Oh yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, inside this game, you don't need to just walk all the time, which actually took me a surprisingly a long amount of time for me to realize this, but you can actually shift in this game, which basically means you can sprint. So yeah, make sure you sprint in around the place. Don't be walking like I was doing for a while. Make sure you click shift so you can actually like speed boost around. Also, there is this spin the wheel, but it does cost Robux. So, you know. Looks like it gives some pretty good items actually, but I'm not going to be buying that right now. Maybe I'll do that for a video, I don't know. Over here, this is where you can buy boats. So the boat expert, as you can see, this is really useful because obviously you need a boat to travel to all the different islands. Obviously you can get some crazy ones. Like the boat I currently have is just this fishing boat. It gives a decent amount of speed and top speed. So that's where you buy the boat. But then over here on this dock, this is actually where you spawn it in. So there'll be this guy called Scott. This is how you spawn in your boat. So let's spawn in my boat real quick. My fishing boat. Okay, we've got to despawn it because it spawns somewhere else on the map. And then spawn it back in. And there we go. So this timer right here, this will be because if you don't go on your boat within this amount of time, it'll basically just despawn. So I mean, it gives you plenty of time. It gives you a minute to get on and drive before it despawns. So obviously, I mean, if you ever see like admin events and stuff, I definitely recommend that you farm like inside of them. As you can see, there's quite a few people farming in here right now. I think there's 3 people in total. So obviously that'll give you tons of money, but I don't think they happen very often. I'm not sure. In your bottom left, by the way, you'll be able to see like different stuff. So right now it says it's nighttime. This says increases shiny chance, mutation chance. I believe these are for the admin event. And then there's also an event on right now called the Ghost Shark Hunt, which I'm not actually entirely sure what that is, but you know. And also you can see your money down there. Also, above your rod, you'll see that there's a 1 out of 10 and a 1 out or 2 out of 40 right here. That's because like every time I get 10 fish, I'll get a gold one, like a goldfish guaranteed. And then I think every 40, I'll get like whatever this is called. I'll get like a special mutation, I think, every 40 fish as well. So that's pretty sick. Also, when fishing in this game, which by the way, you can fish while on the boats. That's pretty sick. When you're just randomly fishing, you do actually have a chance to get a enchanting tome, I believe. That's what they're called, I think. Or no, an enchanting stone, sorry. Now, these aren't the most common. I think they're like 1 in 8,000 or something. So they're really not that common at all. But basically, once you get one of these, which you can get them anywhere on the map, and it's completely random, you'll be able to enchant your rod, which I'm going to show you where to enchant in a second. But before I do that, let me quickly show you over here, because there is this weather machine, which is pretty cool. Because in this game, basically, you can change the weather, which helps out with different stuff, which I'm going to show you. So let's quickly head over here. Let's use this thing. Look at this. It looks really sick. But basically, so you can like get wind, which wind increases the rod speed. Cloudy increases luck. Snowing adds frozen mutation. Storm increases rod speed and luck. Radiant increases shiny chance. And the shark hunt, which is 300,000 coins, by the way, just says shark hunt. So I'm assuming you can get some sort of secret shark or something. Which there's actually one on right now. So maybe I should be taking advantage of that. I don't know. Because in this game, at the top of your screen, there's an index. And basically, you can like collect loads of different fish and stuff all over the map. Obviously, every island, as you can see, like these are locations. So you got like the Fisherman's Island, the ocean, the Kahana volcano, the coral reefs, the tropical grove. I mean, there's tons like treasure room. There's tons of different stuff you can go ahead and find in the ocean. And every single island and like area has different fish that you can collect for your index. So that's really, really awesome. There's a lot of fish in this game for sure. Okay, now let me go show you where you can enchant, because this is pretty good and I highly recommend you do it as soon as you get an enchantment stone. So as I'm driving over there, what you want to do is you want to get your enchantment stone and you actually want to put it like on your hotbar, because you need to do that. There we go. So it's on number 7. So you can actually place it down inside. So yeah, so you need to go to this place called the Esoteric Depths. Is that how I say that? Esoteric Depths? I have no idea. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But basically the blue island with the blue text. Just head over to this one. And then once you arrive, to be fair, it's pretty simple. You just want to go on inside and there will be a guy in here with like an elevator, which here he is. He's called the Esoteric Gatekeeper. So you got to pay the elevator fee and then go down the elevator. Let's go. And then it will take you down here. Obviously, make sure you shift in so you can sprint and run all the way over here to the Astra Damsel. And then, yeah, basically what you want to do here is you want to place, well, you need to take out your stone and enchant just like that. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm pretty happy with my enchantment. I've got like a mutation one, which gives me like a 30% mutation chance or something, I believe. Because there's actually another stone you can get. There's like this super enchantment stone or also the basic enchantment stone. I've never actually gotten the super enchantment stone from like just playing. I actually use Robux on that, which I don't even know if it's worth it, but it's only 49 Robux. But the enchantment stones I have just gotten like free to play just from fishing regularly. Or like going AFK, you know. I'm sure it's possible to get the super enchantment stones. It's just I've never actually gotten one myself without spending Robux. So, you know, must be really, really rare. Okay, so as you progress through the game, obviously just keep upgrading your rods and all of that. Like I said, I mean, on the islands, there's not really too much going on most of the islands. I can't lie. It's mainly just for the index from what I've seen. But there is a few different islands that I actually want to show you. So I'm going to first off go to the Tropical Grove because this is actually the next rod after like the astral rod that I want to show you, because obviously this astral rod, I mean, it's the one I have right now. Actually, it costs $1 million and you can buy it from that Joe's Rods, you know, like the shop at the spawn world. Or the spawn island, I mean. But obviously, once you bought that one, which is the best in that shop, you then want to head over to the Tropical Grove, which is actually kind of what I'm saving up for now. This is going to be my next rod, probably. And it's located at the Tropical Grove. So let's drive over there right now. I know I need a faster boat, dude. This is like kind of painfully slow, I won't lie. Don't worry, we'll get there one day. We'll get like a speedboat or something. Okay, but here we go. We have arrived at Tropical. Now, let's park the boat here. Hold up, let's do a nice... Come on, let's see if we can get that perfectly. Oh, look at that parking. Wow. Like an absolute professional. Okay, maybe it could have been a little bit better, but whatever. Okay, so go to the waterfall at Tropical because you can actually go through this waterfall. And, oh, a mutated event has started. Yeah, always look out for events because they're pretty OP. And once you go on in here, basically, so behind the waterfall, as you can see, and then just continue through, and there's this little, like, doorway thingy-mabob. And basically, there's an Eris rod. Look at this, dude. Buy the Eris rod, but it does cost 3 million coins, so that's actually 3 times the price of the astral rod, which you get from the shop. But yeah, if you can afford it, definitely buy this rod, which I am currently like 2.3 million away. So yeah, I can't buy it just yet, unfortunately. But that's what I'm working towards. But I believe once you've gotten that rod, I mean, this is kind of what I've been told, you kind of then want to work your way towards the Lost Isle, which is actually over here, which I believe is one of the newest things in one of the most recent updates. I'm not actually entirely sure. Well, it says new secret above it anyway. Okay, so when you get to the Lost Isle, basically, I mean, you can buy a diving like gear tank thingy over here on the side of the island, or you can buy it at the spawn world shop that I showed earlier in the video. But yeah, if you don't have it yet, buy it right there, which it does cost 75k. But basically, hold on, actually, let's drive above it. Pretty much this area is actually underwater, so obviously you're definitely going to need this diving gear, because if you try and go down there without it, you will die. But make sure you put it on, by the way. Just because you've bought it and it's in your inventory doesn't mean it's on. So have it out like this, although it's not like actually getting it out for some reason. And then click, and then boom. So I've actually got it on, as you can see. So now I can go down without drowning, which is beautiful. And yeah, basically it's like Atlantis or something. It looks pretty sick down here. I don't know why it's green, though. It's not usually this green, I don't think, but whatever. So there's actually 3 areas down here. There's an area in there behind that, like, waterfall thing. There's an area in there, and there's also an area down there. So we're going to start off with going in this building, because inside of here is actually the next rods you probably want to consider getting, and it's called the Angela rod, which, by the way, you, like, this part is not underwater. So that's pretty sick. So you can basically catch your breath in here. Yeah, the Angela rod. Look at this thing, dude. That looks absolutely awesome, I can't lie. But it is very expensive. It costs 8 million coins. So yeah, it's not cheap, but I guess it gives us something to work towards. Now, the next thing I want to show you is actually, you know what, let's go down the pit. So basically in here, this is actually the treasurer's like room, which this is pretty important for the bit that I'm going to show you after this. So let me just quickly show you this first. But do remember this treasurer's room. So as you can see, here's the treasurer's room, or the treasure room. And yeah, this is pretty important area because the quests that I'm about to show you next, it does actually require you to be in that room to get like 300 epics or something. 300 epics and rares, I believe the mission is. I mean, well, we're about to go see what it is anyway. So inside the big building, which is actually over here, you want to swim on up, as you can see. Do keep in mind, even with a diving tank, you do lose air a little bit. So, you know, I mean, it goes down very, very slowly, but you can technically still drown, so don't take too long. Now, yeah, so we've entered the Sisyphus statue. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. But basically, yeah, this statue room is pretty sick. As you can see, there are a lot of people grinding here. And that is for a very good reason, because if we have a look over here, there's actually a deep sea quest board. which is for endgame players. So as you can see, like majority of the servers in here right now, and for a good reason, because what you need to do, so this top mission, which by the way, you need to complete all 4 of these missions right here in order to get this ghost fin rod, which is actually, I think, the best rod in the game, I believe. I think it's even better than that 8mm one. I think you need the 8mm one to like get the secret that you need, which is actually the catch 1 secret fish at the Sisyphus statue. But yeah, so the first mission, catch 300 rare/epic fish in the treasure room, which I just shown you before, which I've actually done 25% of that, so I need to do another 75%. Catch 3 mythic fishes at the Sisyphus statue, which is actually in here. I've not done that yet, mainly because I've been focusing on the 300 rares for the treasure room. And then catch 1 secret fish at the Sisyphus statue. So yeah, that one right there, the catch 1 secret fish, is going to be the mission I think most people are going to struggle with, because yeah, that's really difficult to do. Secrets are not easy to get, although I say that, but I actually have a secret, but unfortunately, as you can see, it says 0%. That's because I didn't get the secret in this room, which is kind of an L, which I think I still have it. Yeah, I do. Okay. So here's the secret that I've got. Not to flex on you guys, you know, but I'm pretty proud of this. It is called the Ghost Shark. Look at this thing. Look, if I face it this way, it looks like it's about to eat that guy. Look at that. Oh, it's kind of difficult, actually. All right, there we go. Boom. Look at that. They're eating that person right there. It's actually pretty sick, though. Like, look at this thing. Look at it. Look at its teeth, dude. I've not sold it because I'm, like, pretty proud of it. I want to keep it in my inventory forever, which is another good point, by the way. You can favorite your items, whichever one you want to keep. So the favorite, just make sure it's on, and then just click whichever one you want. And then, obviously, just turn it off whenever you're finished, which actually I don't really want to favorite that one I just favorited. Can I turn that off? Let's turn that one off. Okay, there we go. So yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed. I mean, I'm definitely still getting into this game, but I feel like I have a pretty big, you know, like knowledge. Is that even English? Big knowledge? I have a big range of knowledge. I think that's what I was trying to say on this game so far. So I thought I'd make this tips and tricks video. And yeah, hopefully you like it. If you did make it this far, comment water, because obviously this is my first video on this game. So I'm genuinely curious if people are even interested in me recording this game. So yeah, if you made it this far, definitely comment water. It just lets me know that people actually like, well, people would like to see this sort of content. And yeah, appreciate you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Subscribe, by the way. Make sure you subscribe. If you made it this far, you've got to subscribe. Okay, yeah. Bye-bye. Have a good day.